Hi there, I'm Mac. In this video I'm going to give you a real-world sample of how much money you can make when you join Maverick Moneymakers and apply what I teach. So I'm logged in to my account at Milnick Media. Milnick Media is an online company that serves as a middleman between yourself and people that have products out there that you can promote. And you can see that my commission to date so far is just over $2.6 million, and my month-to-date commission is just over $100,000. Now, just so you know that this is not a screenshot, this isn't, anything else. I'm actually logged in. If I pull my browser down here and I click up here in the URL bar, you'll see that it says you are connected to milnickmedia.com, which is verified by Equifax, and that my connection to this website is encrypted. So I am actually on the internet, logged into my account right now. So now that we're looking at my live account, you're probably wondering, well, that's great, Mac, $117,000 in a month, but was that just last month? Or did you make some big mailing to a bunch of people on your mailing list that you already have? There are so many missing puzzles or missing pieces to these golden puzzles that internet marketers sell you. All these internet marketers show you or tell you or claim that they make so much money online, which they probably do, but they have existing lists. They have existing elements in place, like the missing pieces of the puzzle that they sell you. They have those missing pieces. So you don't, and that's the reason why you don't make the kind of money that they do whenever they sell you a product that they claim you can make the money on, if that made any sense at all. And what I want to show you is actually the daily statistics. So I'm going to go back to January 1st of 2008, and right now it's October 13th, so I'm only 13 days into the month here. And if I hit on display stats, I'm going to go ahead and scroll down these statistics while I'm talking, but what you need to really pay attention to, what I would pay attention to, is this column here that says total, because this is like the bucks that go into your bank account. Okay, so that's really the only statistics that really matter, is how much money is being made. So I'm going to scroll through all these numbers. I personally don't like numbers. I'm not an accountant. Numbers really give me headaches. So I'll scroll down slow while I'm talking, and you'll notice that some of these numbers are higher than others in some days. And the reason for that is that the internet is, it's a crazy world. You can never predict it. You can never assume even how much money you're going to make because you don't know what people are doing out there. However, I like to call an internet marketer, working for myself from home for 10 years. And for that decade, 10 years, I have found that when you're promoting other people's products, the best days to promote are Tuesdays and Thursdays. The reason for that is that on Tuesdays, you're catching people after they get back, from the weekend. Like when people get back from the weekend on Mondays, they're all burned out. It's like, oh, it's Monday. They're not in a great mood. They've got their bosses breathing down their neck. They've got to return a bunch of emails. They've got to get on the phone. They have to do all kinds of stuff. Probably not interested in your weight loss product or your ringtone product, right? Which are products you can promote, other people's products for. And then Thursdays, you're catching people, before the weekend. So, on Fridays, they're thinking, oh, thank God it's Friday. I'm going to go out, have happy hour, have some martinis with some friends. So they're probably not thinking about weight loss products, ringtone products, software products, and all this kind of stuff to buy. And, so Tuesdays and Thursdays are like the magic days for me that usually the higher numbers fall on. So I just kind of want to give that little super ninja tactic that I wanted to share while I'm going through these. And I'm going to go faster because, again, it bores the crap out of me to look at these numbers. So I'm going to go all the way to the bottom, and you'll see that it says, 2.6 million, and then you can see it's all the way up to October 13th. So this is, again, as real as it gets, actually showing you daily statistics for a year, not just daily statistics for like a month, which you need to really be careful. When you buy people's products on the internet where they're showing you proof of income, you have to think, are they well-known internet marketers? If they're well-known internet marketers, they're probably making their money by selling products to very, the same list, or they have a massive list of people already that they can just send out an email to. And some people like to call it like push-button marketing. And you have to be careful because, it's real hard for people like you and I to make that kind of money that fast. As you're going through these days here, I don't have like $100,000 days. It's like, yeah, I have really good days, but my days are consistent. And this is exactly what you can expect when you join Maverick Moneymakers and apply what I teach you. So the next question you're probably thinking is, well, that's great, Mac, but how do you do it? What road do you go down to make this kind of money? Very simple. I have two roads to success, as I like to call it. You have the first road, which is having your own product, and having your own product, you have to have your own website, you have to have your own hosting, you have to have your own customers that, not all customers are perfect people. It's like some of them will complain, some of them will call you up and yell at you. It's just not everybody's always happy. So you have to deal with that, you have to deal with affiliates, you have to deal with products, and literally having your own product and your own website, it's sometimes worse than having a job. Because when you have a job, it's structured environment, you know what you're doing every day, you're always getting kind of yelled at by your boss every now and then. And like working at home, it's not so structured. You have to be very motivated, and you have to really just have I'm trying to think of the word for it. When you're working from home, you just have to really stay focused. That's the word, focused. Because there's so many other things going on. I have a wife and daughter, and you can get sidetracked. So, and then your wife and daughter can say, hey, come on, Mac, take us out. We want to go out and enjoy the day. Let's go jogging, let's go to the gym, let's go to soccer practice, let's go to dance recital. I can't do all that because I'm working, quote unquote, on my job, quote unquote, which is my website. So that's having your own product. And if you do want to go down that route, the return is phenomenal. I have some websites that I've created that is generating over 6 figures a month in monthly recurring income, but it takes some time to get to that point. The other road is to promote other people's products, and this is like the shortcut to making money online. And a lot of people, you've probably already been buying other people's products that teach you how to promote, like as an affiliate and all that. Well, it's great, but people give you so many missing pieces to the puzzle. I like to call so many missing pieces to the golden puzzle. And usually the missing pieces are like the face of a person, or it's like the most important missing pieces are the ones that you're missing. So, that you just have to really understand marketing, which I've actually put together another blueprint for you, and this is my promoting secrets principles. Now, it might sound a little cheesy, I know, but it really boils down to these 3 important principles. You have to know what to promote, you have to know where to promote, and you have to know how to promote. If you don't know those 3 principles, then you'll make money online, but you won't. It's what separates like the people that make 6 figures a year than the people that make millions a year. And just to show you proof of that is, if you're not making this kind of money right now, but you might think you know those 3 basic principles, you don't know really all the principles. If you do, you'd be making that money, or you might know them, but you don't have them mastered. And when you join Maverick Moneymakers, I teach you these principles that I have formulated over the last 10 years of being online, and I teach you everything so you can apply them to your own life and have your own success. So that is pretty much all there is to making this kind of money. The next thing you might be wondering is, okay, that's great, Mac. How many hours do you put into this? 6 hours? 10 hours? 8 hours? Guess. I put in 4 hours maximum per day. The reason for that is that I have a family that I want to spend time with. And when I got started online, I lived in an apartment. My girlfriend at the time, now my wife, she never wanted me to work as much as I did. I always slept under my desk. I always, if I didn't sleep under my desk, I fell asleep at my keyboard. I had a lot of problems because I was, trying to buy every product under the sun. I was trying to be like a jack of all trades, but I was never a master of one. So, I got to the point now to where, okay, I bucked up and buckled down, and I put together some basic principles, and I followed those basic principles and tried so many different things, and I know what works now. So that's all there is to it. And now, as far as working 4 hours a day, this is why. This is my wife Angie and my daughter Clara, and if it wasn't for these 2 wonderful people, I would still be that guy living in an apartment, working his butt off, falling asleep at his desk, under his desk, around his desk, because he's working too hard. And now that I have a family, I can take them to places like this, which is New Orleans. And I've never been to New Orleans before, and I wanted to go after they rebuilt it from the hurricane, so we went. And you can see here we fed the pigeons, and oh my gosh, Clara, she's never seen the pigeons like this before in big groups because we just live in a small country town. But I've never fed pigeons either. So I got excited, and I actually went and bought a bunch of popcorn when we were down in New Orleans, or they call it New Orleans. It sounds like awful when you hear them say it. I'm sorry if you live in New Orleans, but I just say New Orleans. And so we fed the pigeons, and as a result of that, that right there is what you get. She was sitting on the bench, you saw her lean over, and then I put a bunch of popcorn all over, and she just immediately hopped to the other bench because the pigeons were just flocking all over her, and they're pooping all over the place, and that's like a look of terror right there. But this right here is a perfect real-world example of what you can do when you know what you're doing online, to where you can make money, but then you can leave the house to spend time with your family and go to fun places and have cool stories like that. So, again, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be where I am right now, only working the amount of hours that I'm working, making this kind of money. All right? So, that covers, what pretty much knowing exactly what I'm doing here, and I'll create future videos to actually show you these individual principles and knowing what, where, and how I promoted to get to this, or to get to that. And the next thing I want to show you is, what you already kind of saw a glimpse of, is you're probably wondering, okay, what if I don't make any money? Which, by the way, let me pull up my little handy dandy calculator here, and let's say $117,290. That's how much I've made so far this month, 13 days into the month, and this is me only working 4 hours a day. Same with you. If you did that, if you only did 25% of what I teach you, if you only apply 25% of what I teach you, that's still $29,000 a month. That's like a Beverly Hills mansion payment. You could pay off your house in just a couple months like this, right? Or let's say $117,290, and take that. Let's say if you only did 10% of what I teach you, that's still $11,729. Quite a bit of money, and that's just the power of what you'll get whenever you join Maverick Moneymakers. Now, what if you don't make any money at all? What if you just completely bottom out, or you got burned out, or it's just not for you, it's a little too much, or for any reason you just don't make money? Well, don't laugh at me. It's my personal make money or it's free guarantee. And my wife has made so much fun of me whenever I was trying to come up with the term for this, but I stay up late at night sometimes with my family, and I like to watch infomercials. I think they're funny. I watch infomercials like people watch like Saturday Night Live in comedy shows. I think they're funny, and this just sounds like an infomercial, but it's true. If you don't make money in the first 60 days, which I know you will if you simply apply everything that I teach you, because I've proven it and it will work for you. But if it doesn't, you will get your money back. I'm not here to take your money and put it in my bank account. There's no reason, because again, this is how much I'm making right now by promoting other people's products. Why would I need to take any money from you? But I do have to charge you something to join. And that leads me to the last question you're probably wondering, is how much does this opportunity really cost? Well, first, I could not make this free. And the reason, I won't even get into that yet. The next thing I want to get into is, why am I even doing this? Right? If I'm making all this money, why would I even sell or give away or teach you anything that I know? Why won't I just keep on making this money? The reason for that is the same reason people give money to charities. My family and I, we're involved in so many different local charities, we're involved in national charities and even global charities, and before I even got involved in a charity, I thought, gosh, why would someone want to ever give away and donate their money to a charity? That's hard-earned money. And the reason for that, once you get to that level of donating to charities, it's because you like to help out. You like to help other people, that need the help. And that is the reason why I created Maverick Moneymakers. I created this coaching club because I want to help people that want to make money online. If you want to make money online, and if you want to make this kind of money online, then I'm here to help you. So that's the whole reason for it. Now, to jump back a little bit to the price I was talking about, I have to charge a price, because if I didn't charge anything for Maverick Moneymakers, I would have tens of thousands of people signing up, and again, it would freak me out if I knew that like tens of thousands of people are listening to everything that I'm saying, if they're following everything I'm teaching them, because I don't want to lead like a big coaching club. I want to keep this very personal. I want to keep it very one-on-one, and when you join Maverick Moneymakers, you will always have 24/7 access to email me. I mean, it will take me about 24 hours to get back with you sometimes, but I will personally respond to any emails that you send me, and that's just my oath and what I want to give back to you, and that's what I want to help you out with. So, to the price, I am going to start by charging $97. Now, that sounds super, super low, and I mean, some people just that I've talked to that's already doing coaching and stuff, they're like, you need to charge at least like $1,400, $1,500 a month. Well, if I did that, that would rule out so many people that really need this for their family or for themselves that can't afford the initial cost of coaching. So I'm starting at $97 to see how many people join, and so far it's crazy. There's a lot of people joining, and it's already starting to freak me out. So I'm probably going to raise the price a little bit just to kind of slow it down to where not so many people are joining. And so if you're interested at all in what you're seeing right here, click the highlighted link below this video. All you have to do is click that, and it will take you directly to where you can pay the $97 and come on board and start with my coaching and allow me to teach you everything that I know. Well, if you're a little bit, you want to read a little bit more, you want to know a little bit more about me, click the link below this video that isn't highlighted. That will just simply take you to the page where you can read about my history and who I am and why I'm here, and things that you pretty much already know from this video. So again, $97 to some of you, I know that might be a lot, but just know if you apply only 10% of what you'll be learning, or 10% of what I'm teaching, that's still several hundred times the cost of the investment. So that's all you have to do is click the highlight link below this video, and you'll come on board and you can start immediately. It doesn't matter if it's 3 in the morning and you're in Hong Kong. So again, this is Mac, and thank you very much for watching this video. It's almost 18 minutes now, and I know that's a lot of time for some of you, and especially if you have families. And to me, this is kind of like a bonding experience. I hope it was a bonding experience for you, because I wanted to tell you about me. You saw pictures of my family, and now we're on a personal level. So I hope you can join, and we can take it a step further, and I can actually teach you, what I know. So I look forward to having you on board, and I'll see you inside. Thank you very much.